Erudia, an ancient land where gods walk among men. A living, breathing, high fantasy world that we want to put into your hands. But we cannot do this alone. In order to bring you back to what tabletop is about, combat, exploration, adventure, we need your help to bring it to life. By supporting us on Patreon, you can support this project and the cast of Moonskull, with our promise that we will answer to the only people that matter. You. Legend Seekers, your legend starts here. Forge your path. Shape your destiny.
And we are mostly live. I don't know. I never can tell if it's live or Memorex or what the hell is going on. There's such a damn delay. So I know we're talking. They can probably hear us. I don't understand it, but I watched a little video on my phone to be like, oh, I see your pictures.
I don't know the way to do it. It's one way.
I don't even know how it works, really. So there we are. We're on the screen. Outstanding. Wow. Welcome, everyone, to all 4 of our viewers, 5 viewers. I don't even know how many there are right now. Awesome. Welcome back. We are missing 1. We gained 1, lost 1. We're +1, -1. It's outstanding. Mega cannot be with us today. But first, let me get this out of the way. Happy Easter to all the correct Christians. Just kidding, but it is Orthodox Easter if you're not tracking. So you get to celebrate twice if you do it. If you play your cards right, that's more fun in the sun. Other than that, let's get some few things out of the way. I just love irritating people. I can't help it. Well, before we get down to like the who's who in the zoo, let's talk about History Eraser Button being on the correct side of history by donating his time, talent, and treasure to give me a fear point, which is the correct option. Yes, that's the correct option. And then John, he created fan art. Wait, did I transition over or am I still old? So I'm still doing the thing. I almost boomered it. I'm learning. Now we're going to the tabletop, and so we can look at John Gordon's art, which is phenomenal, and it's based on a conversation that was had. It was had about the characters and their weird proclivities.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that thing come flying at people. Here's 300 pounds of belly fat flying
I just
through the air.
Don't know how we got here.
I kind of wish I was designed to be able to be like that, man.
Oh man! See,
I don't
Chris,
need to walk anywhere.
Right? You just, yeah, exactly. Why would you? You're like the living embodiment of Wally. Yeah, at the end with the humans. It's just like, well, I have magic. I can fly. Oh, yeah. And Chris is correct. She's still carrying on her Easter traditions for another few weeks. She said so. That is phenomenal. You guys got your hope for a piece of art, which whatever. I'm glad he does art, but I consider gaining hope for art to be traitorous and impetuous. So
it inspires us. Takes us to heights we never knew we could reach.
Let's suspend it all.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have you guys burning some hope. I don't know. Other than that, Frost, how have you been doing?
I've been doing well. Busy as all get out. Looking forward to going back in here and seeing whose or what's body this is that we just came across. Hopefully it's not, I don't know, a certain 700, 800 pound piece of metal. It's not with us right now. Hopefully it's not. No, I don't want it to be either of them. Hopefully it's not the professor. Hopefully it's somebody we don't know. We can just look and go, oh, okay, I'll walk past.
It sucks to be
That's
you.
how adventures work, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly how it works.
Story hooks aren't real.
No,
That's right. Not at all.
yeah, they're not real if we ignore them.
That's true.
I'm going to put down clueless on my sheet here just a second.
Well, to be good, when you go to your next level, yeah, your new experience can be clueless, or like,
There you go.
I
I
don't know,
use
like
my clueless
nihilist.
experience to avoid the story hook.
I would actually call it like what? Question mark? There you go. I spent hope to be like, what?
Yeah, I spend hope to I realize that I'm a dumbass and I don't really care, but I need this role to work.
Okay. Can my cluelessness save me from this mental intrusion?
Man, that'd be pretty good. That's actually pretty good ways of doing it.
Exactly. They're attacking you. Your brain's just doing the John Travolta kind of walking away the other direction. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, right. It was like, no, not going to happen. We're going to dilly-dally a little bit because we already set the record for the fastest start time of Moonskull games. So I don't feel I should beat my own record. So Rhythm, what is going on, man?
I mean, it's finally getting warm out, which is nice. Most of the snow is finally melted, which is also nice. But then it started raining, so it's fucking spring. And my wife decided that this year was going to be chicken season, so yay for me.
Nice.
But other than that, it's been a good couple weeks. Missed playing games with you guys a couple weeks ago, and with the Easter and all the things. But I'm excited to see what actually is going on.
Yeah, I think everyone's excited to see what's going on.
Hell yeah.
We'll figure this the hell out, and we'll get everyone back to. Well, I don't know. This is one Daggerheart and two you guys, so I don't know how we're going to play these things out. But Sendragon, how are you doing?
Doing well. Yeah, I had some really nice weather for about a week, and now it's turned back to the usual Pacific Northwest gray mist. I can't tell if it's day out or night out, but but this session I'm gonna roll great. My hope's gonna roll high. My fear is just gonna roll a little bit lower, but also high. And it's gonna be totally great.
I really appreciated that Scott finally got his Scott got his one use of Sendragon out of the way for the episode, so he can go back to calling you by your real name.
I know. I'm sorry. I just can't help it. I can't help it. I'm. What are the kids calling it? I'm doxing him.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Rob Maxing.
I'm Rob Maxing right now.
I don't even know what these words mean. I'm so old.
Is Rob Maxing just basically doxing someone to gain clout?
It's just using Rob constantly, all the time. Just doing as much as you can.
It's just far easier. I do that to everyone. I had that bad habit of people be like, what's your name? Oh, cool. You have too many syllables. I'm going to go ahead and just cut that down for you because I don't have time.
Best part is I think his name is Kevin.
When I pronounce Scott, I always drop a second T on there just to make it shorter.
I carried out Len. Stop it. Do not start that. Fucking 6'7". Do not start that. Oh man. All right. With the pleasantries out of the way.
That was the pleasantries.
That was the pleasantries. I look at the pleasantries. Well, I'm supposed to mention. I don't even know. I haven't seen an update on Arudai's race to 69, so I'm not sure if he hasn't gotten it yet, or he talked about it by now. And so I'm not sure the percentage-wise. Maybe Chris Hans can put it in the thing and be like, "Oh, Arudai's only halfway there." Right now, Arudai's missing is 9 to a 6.
Yeah, can we please I don't know why Chris Hans hasn't forced him to just say it's a race to 70. Just stop.
That's because have you seen this channel? It's killing me.
I know.
Right. All right. Let's. I think. Is there anything else? Watch the other shows. Don't be lazy. I don't know. I'm giving you advice that I don't really follow. I'll try to catch some of the shows if I'm doing something, but a lot of times it's just on in the background. But it really is listening to the actual plays is a lot better than just being caught up on internet drama constantly. It's much healthier. It's much healthier that way.
Yeah, get out of watch actual plays.
Yeah. Holy God. Oh my word. All right. So we still have
actual plays on X.
Ooh. You could make do like a picture in picture.
Yeah, drama.
There you go, right? And you're not sure who's calling who a twat. And you're like, wait a minute, was that in the game or was that actually someone just fighting now?
Why not both?
I
lost Sundragon.
Yeah, he's been out for about a minute.
So look at Jensen knows. Yeah. Jen. I wouldn't call you Jen. I think Jensen's close enough and compact enough with how it is pronounced to not require a breakdown.
Gents.
Yeah. It could be that. It could be a dickish would be like Jens. Just let it go with that. All right. So where we left that off, we're going to pick up with Ash. When you have rounded that corner, do you need a visual, Ash? Do you want a visual?
I don't want one, but yeah, I probably do need one.
Oh my God. All right. Let me activate this. Let me get my activator out. We'll transition over. It is pitch black. It is in the middle of the night. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a few bells past mid of night. And like I said, you head round the corner. You clearly see there's something lying there. You know it's going to be a body. The ever bright lanterns are. There should be a row of these on the sky bridge. Bitch, I will pause this game. And so you know that some of the ever bright lanterns are not currently lit. However, that is not ordinary where you are. You are in the upper city. You are not down in lower Dura where you hear ever bright lantern chirps going off in the goblin hovels and whatnot. So this area should be pristine and well maintained. And yet here we are. Talisman turns to you and he says, I need a favor from you, and I need this favor from your friends. You guys have a little more access, which sounds a little weird, but you do have the access and the resources that I don't currently have. And though this is why I need your help on this, Ash, I'm going to check on something as a favor to you all because I'm hearing some strange whispers about your professor friend. And I need to make sure of something. Take your time and do whatever you need, Ash. The guards are not going to let anyone through. They're going to hold everyone off at a distance, about 100 feet away, with the whole place has been cordoned off. So whatever you need to do, I just need you to find out who this is and why you think they're in the current state of death that they are. I have some suspicions based on some initial input from a vagrant. Neither here nor there. I want to compare notes with you. Do we have a deal, Ash?
Yeah, well, I mean, the only modification is friends is a strong word. They are people I am associating with, but
fair enough. I've met them.
But yeah, can't guarantee their cooperation, but I'll do what I can to let them know this is really more of a offer we can't refuse.
Oh, you can refuse it. I'm just asking you for help.
Well,
I want you to understand we're on the same side.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna accept it. And at this point, can I approach the body closer to get a better look?
Oh yeah, 100%. The problem is the only light you have is the light you have, unless you you can manifest light, as you're well aware, with your your psychic talent, right?
I'm just imagining that as soon as he agreed, some unseen crossbowman was given the signal not to shoot him in the back of the head.
Yeah. I will manifest as like a kind of a green glowing orb in front of me.
All right.
Try to illuminate the body better.
Easy enough. I can do this on your token, or I can just illuminate the fucking never bright lantern. I'm trying to decide which one is going to slow down play as fast as humanly possible. Mm-hmm. Because if I do it on your token, I have to drag it all the way over, and then I have to do the thing. You're going to manifest in your green, the same color as your Psy Blade, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did that work? It didn't work. I'm going to show you a trick, though. Bam!
Oh, hey.
There you go. I assume you have some weird patterning going on because it's mental energy and who knows what it looks like. We can change that at a later date. I didn't ask you what it looked like because there's 1,000 choices. I need to do
brain light's making me sick. Turn off your brain light.
So there before you is the body. Human size, roughly in that 5'9" to 5'11" scale. So not a gnome. which I'm not sure where that puts your stress levels currently with this. However, there is something about the body, and I will ask you this. What is your initial gut reaction when you realize that this is the body of a Morgrave University professor, based on how they're dressed and the robes they're carrying? Not to mention that the satchel is laid out by the side of the corpse and bears the mark of Morgrave University on its buckle.
But it's too tall to be the professor, and Railvane doesn't wear this kind of robes, unfortunately, so it's not him. Ash is like combing his memory to think of what other professors he's seen there.
Man, it's Morgrave University. It's like, asking who's you've seen at Yale.
Right.
So you dealt with the professor. She deals in antiquities as a no kidding antiquarian. What other departments have you had interactions with? That would be the biggest question.
History, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's fair enough. Then you recognize this person as someone that you have definitely been in contact with, and you recognize it as a Professor Geldum, who is a professor of pre-Galifar studies.
Okay. And is there any is anyone, is Talisman still here, or is he like?
Talisman left. He told you he's going to go. He has to check on something about the professor.
Okay. But there's other people around. They're being held back from the area or something, or?
Just any traffic that would be on the upper city at this time of the day is being held back, by the guards. The sergeant, I don't remember, he introduced the sergeant, as you walked through it, Sergeant Dolum, a dwarf as well. But that's all Talisman told you, is that, hey, everything's being taken care of. So the scene is yours for a brief minute. So whatever you need to, however you want to figure this stuff out, and get down to it, or whatever you want to do with this information is all completely up to you before the obvious hell breaks loose.
All right, I'll grab a satchel and kind of briefly look through that to see if there's papers or whatever, or a book or something in there.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, he is. There are identification papers, and they confirm the identity that it is who you think it is, and it lists the different chair positions that he's held, just in a little bit of detail through the Morgrave University. But pre-Galifar Studies is the latest position that he holds. Not quite a chair, but he's a sub-chair and a known academic. I'm going to give you the rest of the contents. I have a question for you to think about as well. Why were you involving yourself with a professor that's in the Department of Pre-Galifar Studies? We'll just put that on the back burner. I want to know that eventually. Also inside there's a number of blank sheets of paper, just vellum, kind of rolled up, tied together, fastened up, but you can see there's nothing written on them. They look pristine and brand new. There is also a handful of coins, which, whatever happens. There is a series of wounds that are also evident along the body. You can see there's the blood staining the cloak, blood on the arms. So there's been wounds dealt all over the body. It looked quite a bit. If you had to put your best guess at it, just a quick glance, it's over a dozen wounds that have been placed into this person. And then there's also a journal that is firmly closed, and there's also got a small clasp on it.
All right, I'm gonna pocket the journal. I'm gonna leave the coins. Do the wounds look like they're weapons, or like some kind of a beast, or?
Yeah. Upon examination of the wounds, are you kneeling down with this and taking a close look at them? Okay. Yeah. So all along the back, they look like they're blades. Not a large blade. Doesn't look like a long weapon. There's nothing that went through the body. Everything seems to be just an inch or two deep. And I'm going to burn a fear. Give me an instinct reaction roll, please.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was
That's
talking
not
about.
There you go. Okay, outstanding. So take your hope. When you're bent down and examining the wounds on the professor, there is a flit of movement that cuts across your, like, just your peripheral vision. And there is suddenly, you hear a clunk, clunk, and there is a warforged figure about 5'5", stuck on the side of the wall with its claws stuck into the wall and its lower limb claws stuck into the wall. A hood is slightly over its face, and then that real raspy metallic voice that you're familiar with. Move away from the body. This is not yours.
Are you responsible for this one?
I am. Don't be the second tonight.
I'm looking around. Is there anyone else, like the guards or anything?
No, they're around the corner, down a ways. It's just you two.
All right. Are you being paid? Is this of your own volition? Are you being paid?
I serve one far greater than you can imagine. Give me the satchel and give me the journal.
I'm gonna throw the satchel like one direction, and then I'm gonna bolt the other direction with the journal.
Okay. All right.
Run!
That's what I'm talking about. Outstanding. Let's have. You tell me how you're doing this, and then you make the roll that makes the most sense for what you're trying to do.
Okay.
And your difficulty is going to be a 15.
All right.
I had a quick question while he's decided.
Yeah.
Would he have gotten that hope since it was an instinct roll? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, it was a reaction roll, right? Yeah, you're right. Thank you for the
reaction
catch.
roll, rather.
Yeah, I totally forgot that. I didn't see it marked on there, so I just did a quick glance. No, you're
anyway,
right.
I can screw Ash over.
Anyway, I told you. It's all right. He does this to the other group, so.
Hey.
Technically, all of your rolls failed. Yeah, it's mine. That's a good catch. Thank you.
All right.
Oh man. Yeah, start hitting reaction roll when you roll dice. God damn it. It's the top. All right. Yeah, Ash, how are you doing this?
I guess I'm thinking agility. Like I'm gonna, throw the satchel one way, but then try to like leap, the other way, kind of like.
Okay. And if you're using agility, I assume basically the satchel would be going kind of in that direction of the Warforged, correct?
Yeah, like kind of throw it at him, but not so he can catch it, but kind of he's gonna have to like move to get it, right?
All right. Let's see that. You need a 15.
All right, there we go.
Everyone cross your fingers for a failure or a failure.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
dang it.
Nice. You definitely gain hope for this roll.
Yeah.
And that is unfortunately still a failure. And with that, I am going to put him in front of you as you went to move, and he is going to target you. He does this push off, and you hear the stone crack and crumble underneath it, and some of that debris hits the cobblestone that you're standing on, and it's just this blur of steel just slams into the ground and spins low. And as you're moving into the light, realizing like, oh shit, I'm in trouble, it's this low spin kick, and up comes the blade in each hand.
Right.
I didn't want you to fail that badly that you just get killed.
I'm gonna.
Especially if you're not there to see it, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that
hit your?
Yeah. It's a 12. So.
Oh, just barely.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Holy.
Oh. Yeah.
That's severe damage.
Severe damage. Well, you have armor. You have choices.
Armor.
Okay. So you can take the major. You can take 2 hit points. Right. You can just click
Yeah.
the major on your character sheet too, and it'll automatically do it. Also, I need you to mark stress. When the blade cuts through you, it catches you across your abdomen and it slices around and comes up. And as the blade leaves, there's that sting of like, oh, my flesh is you've been nicked. And then you can start to feel a burn spread through that wound, and it's starting to creep its way along your abdomen. And it feels like it's actually racing into your extremities. You're not an idiot. You realize you've been poisoned. And that's on you.
All right. Let's see.
Now, we should have a conversation about Daggerheart. No one knows where you are at all, right?
Right.
So I don't know how you guys want to feel this spotlight out, or if people are content. But if you have a clever way of figuring out where you would be with Ash, or Ash, I mean, you can fire off your telepathy is like speed of light kind of shit. And you have more than one action per go at it. So I just want to keep that on the table for you guys to keep in mind. But Ash, back over to you.
All
sorry.
right.
Also, one last thing. In the villainous voice is, I told you, drop the journal.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to throw the journal at him, but use my whip. So use my whip to try to catch the journal before he can grab it as a sort of distraction, and then try to like run a different direction.
Oof. Okay. So is this going to be another agility?
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be agility. Jeez, I don't know.
I don't know. It's up to you, man. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. If you think of a way to do this, then yeah, by all means.
Yeah. No, let's just go with agility.
What's the weather like?
It is raining as always in Sharn.
Okay, it's raining
even in the upper cities.
Yeah,
he's just.
Oh man,
dude.
Well, I am rolling with hope. It's just not well enough.
You are rolling with hope, and you are giving me failures. Brr, okay.
Could I?
You can take part of. He can't spend after the roll is done.
Yeah. No,
unless the feature says so. Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something else.
Yeah. Also, feel free to do things that would not require rolls before you make your roll. Man.
Could I potentially, even though I'm not there, potentially take a spotlight and maybe, like, would you allow the spending of hope to do narrative effects?
That's interesting. What do you have in mind? I'm not opposed to it. Yeah.
Yeah, like so he just, he screwed this up, but he did it with hope. He's trying to get this to succeed, right? And maybe fate or whatever would allow, like, in that moment, the wind or the rain or something like that to swirl and shift in such a way that it obscures things for this Warforged individual.
You don't need to spend hope for that. That was really on the narrative end for say I was gonna call him Rob. For Ash, that's part of that narration of, how you obviously failed, but there's still hope involved. So yes, you didn't do what you wanted to do, but how does it still work out to where it's not a complete and total failure?
That's kind of where I was leaning with me spending a resource, even though I'm not there, like trying to find a way for me as a player to interact with the situation, to like give the Warforged like disadvantage on another thing because he's been distracted by this sudden barrage of wind and rain or something like that.
I gotta say no on that. I need you present for that. Yeah,
no problem.
It's a tough sell.
Just feeling out the system.
I got you. I'm just gonna kill Rob.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not Rob. I'm gonna kill Ash. I'm gonna kill Ash. That's recorded forever now.
Yeah.
We're gonna move closer. We're gonna move close, and I'm going to do a simple.
Well, since I failed, but it was with I was with hope. Can I still have caught the journal, but I just wasn't able to like get away from him?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, that's the question of what does that look like? Because you said you threw the journal, you brought the whip out, and your intent was to wrap the whip around the journal and pull it back, hoping, this Warforged would lunge towards it. Correct?
Right.
Okay. So how does that go wrong? Yet there's still a little bit of hope in what you tried wasn't a complete
I was able to
failure.
retrieve the journal, but he didn't fall. But he saw through this whole thing, so it didn't.
Okay.
He didn't. Yeah.
Okay, that actually helps. I'm taking the spotlight. I'm gonna bounce the Warforged up to another wall, and with that, drop down. Like both legs are just clamped into that wall, locked in with those heavy metal claws, and just a swipe down with those two blades coming at you. And this time, I'm gonna burn fear, and I'm gonna add their experiencing as rooftop assassin. Oh God, man.
Oh, dang.
Sorry, man.
Oh,
good news is the poison's off the blade.
15 damage. Holy God. Okay. I'm gonna. So yeah, again, my armor deflects part of it, but it's another severe, major wound. I mean,
another major wound. So 2 more
major.
out of 5.
Yeah.
It's back over to you. We're close to seeing our first death moves.
Can I? Well,
no.
Normally my mind link is a creature I can see nearby, so I don't know if there's a way to like spend hope at all to like.
Yes. Because normally, I will let you burn. I would let you burn hope to. I would let you burn hope to push that out as far as humanly possible. There are no features you have or anything else that helps out with this? Oh.
Yeah.
I see it coming. You got to remember to use that, man. This is the exciting part for one watching. Be like, what is happening? Rob's going to read, I see it coming. And he'll be like, son of a bitch.
Oh, I see it. Oh.
So if you're not tracking,
Ash
has an ability to mark stress and roll a d4 and gain that as a bonus to his evasion.
Yeah, I saw the lot load up, but it wasn't clicking like, oh yeah, those are my abilities. I wasn't.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Oh man. I'm getting to the part.
Speaking of that, then I could use my mysterious mist. I could like try to cloud his mind and make the area around him look foggy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, you can. And as far as your question about stretching out your mind link, I'm going to be a harsh mistress on this. I'm going to say it's going to require 1 hope and 1 stress.
Okay.
And I will let you contact 1 person for that amount. If you want to contact more, I'm going to need hope and stress for each person you want to contact.
Well,
so, to whom do you reach out?
Kind of, I guess, ironically, I'm going to contact Royal Vane.
Say it, the fastest.
The fastest guy who actually might respond. I mean, I think like Axiom's like or whatever, and then the Kasimir is probably drunk, so I feel like I got to go for him.
Yeah, from the Warforged, you probably get if the Silver Flame wills it.
My action was blocked.
The problem is, if Kasimir's asleep, he might actually be sober, which is not his normal state.
Right. So then he just has PTSD from the war.
Get him at his peak.
Yeah.
Pop naked. I'll fight y'all.
I didn't do it. It's in my sock. Oh man. All right. So what you're reaching that out? You're reaching out to Railvane, and what is the quick message that you deliver?
SOS, help! Warforged. Tiny Warforged. SOS help, tiny Warforged. Journal in question. More grave death.
Railvane, that hits you, And in an instant, there's a lot communicated. 3 a.m. What were you doing at 3 a.m.?
I'm asleep.
You're asleep. So
it's 3 a.m. If I don't have company, I'm asleep.
That's fair enough. Does this hit him like a nightmare, or is this like a jolt out of sleep?
Yeah, like it would jolt him. Like the effect would be like, like slam him fully awake, like he just had like cold water on his face and a cup of coffee, like down his throat.
Okay.
I hear Ash's voice as I'm asleep in a room. This is horrifying.
Right in the middle of a really nice dream.
Yeah. What the shit? I wake up with a start and like dagger under the pillow situation. Draw that out. There's nothing around. And I get the message, right? Like, even though I was awakened from sleep, I would hear the message. And my first thought would be, oh shit. And my second thought would be, where?
You know where he is. There's there's this there's like a beacon that's anchored onto this, and you realize that you've been around him a long time, and you know how you know the mind link trick, but the level of stress and fear that is being poured into this, it has created a psychic anchor in the physical world for you.
Sure. If I have an idea then of where he would be, just to reiterate, where am I?
You are, happily enough, you're in the Enclave, which is inside of the upper city. So you are relatively close by.
Relatively close. Okay.
Let's do this.
If it's as stressful and like dangerous sounding as the message sounds like, I wouldn't even bother with getting dressed or armored or anything. But I would just grab my sword from sitting next to the bed and jump out the window.
And just All right. We've started a new countdown called Vane Arrives.
Yeah. You need a hero?
And because you chose not to bother getting suited up, I'm going to go ahead and not start it at 4. I'm going to start it at 3. And so we're going to lower this for when you guys have a success or you roll with hope. We'll lower this down and get Vane to you. However, Ash, you know that he's not a miracle worker. He's fast, but he's not that fast.
All right.
And
he chose not to have the teleportation mark of his house. He chose to have the fly mark. So here we go.
Is it cooler?
Yeah.
Because it is cooler. It is cooler. It does the things that you socially you want done. I took a slice at you. This Warforged is definitely, Ash, you realize this Warforged is going to make sure that it's you or the journal, and it's definitely not going to be you. I'm going to push this back over to you. Go ahead, and what do you want to do? Now that you got the mind link out, you made that connectivity, and you can feel that immediate alertness and stress feedback psychically.
Yeah. Okay. So from my Book of Typhor, I have this mysterious mist that creates a heavily obscures the area. But I think this actually, instead of literally creating it, I'm actually just fogging his mind. Like I'm,
sure,
technically.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast this and just give myself some.
All right. And this is a 13, correct, for spellcasting? Let's do this.
Yeah. Right.
Everyone in the chat, cross your fingers that he fails. And you definitely
roll double ones so you can succeed.
Yeah. Do you need that moved?
How do I click them? Well, I clicked the mist, but it didn't. It just put it in the chat, but it didn't actually roll it.
And you put it on over here. They don't know. Oh, there you go. You're moving it.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, I guess. Oh, I see.
You put there's a template up for some weird reason.
Oh, I don't know why. Okay.
I don't know why either. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
There should be a little
emanation. That's why.
Where you click, if you expand the little power, there should be the little power names down there in dark blue boxes with white text. You should be able to click on those. I think that's what
I clicked on that, but it didn't bring up it didn't bring it. I thought that would just make it roll, but it didn't roll.
Really?
Yeah, that's weird. So go what's your spell cast? Yeah, it's really your what's your spell cast?
I click on mine. It actually brings up the whole roll window when I click on them.
I'll have to look and see if I can fix this. What's your spellcast trait, Rob?
think it's
Yeah, John. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, the Book of Trilifar, of Typhar, you should be able to
Oh
just
my
click on.
God.
You got a 13.
Oh, I got it's plus
Yeah,
13.
13. What are you talking about?
Well, I saw the 11. I forgot that I have
the 11. Forgot you had a bonus.
Yeah.
All right. What does this look like as you are clouding his mind?
Yeah, so basically everything around the Warforged now looks like this kind of, dense fog, that you can't really see me in.
Nice. So I got to let a border collie in. All right. So that has absolutely succeeded. You gain your hope. I'm going to click this down one place for the success. And you know what? I'm going to click it down once more for the hope because I am a benevolent dictator. It's still on you. You have the success. What are you doing? Oh, you know what? Vane, you are rocketing through the city. I need one roll from you that is going to help push you as fast as possible to get to precisely where you need. How are you navigating? Like, there's towers everywhere. There's sky bridges. There's still sky taxis flying everywhere. Mm-hmm. How are you navigating this as quickly as possible to get to Ash's location?
Yeah, so I am. I will be using agility to kind of like cut the corners as close as possible around the building. So I'm shortening the geometric distance that I know I need to travel to get to him, with that risk of like clipping a building or something like that. Okay. Just because of how nasty it sounds. Now, normally I have to spend a stress just to use this ability. Okay. And I'll let you tell me how many you want me to spend in
just the one
interim to get there. Okay.
Yeah, just the one.
Could I know you want me to roll and I'm cool with doing that, but could I spend just another stress to like kick it into high gear?
You could push a hope to do that. Yes. You could sacrifice hope for that.
I would definitely sacrifice hope to just do that.
Or you could, you could use hope to burn in to pull in an experience if you have one that makes sense.
The only one that kind of makes sense for this would be my house trained agent, because I'm trained, like my flight comes from my house, right? So I would be trained in how to best maximize my use of that ability.
Yeah, sure. I don't have any problem with that. Because that would give you the +2 to the roll, right? And then you're, and that way because I really need to see where we are with the fear.
Yep. I'll do that. So I'm going to make an agility roll. I'm going to use my experience of house trained agent.
Everyone cross fingers and it's fear. Come on. I have plenty of fear. I'm going to intercede one time. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't need to do anything else. It's not a reaction roll. So let's roll. That is a 13 with hope.
A 13 that will succeed with hope. You skyrocket. I want you to narrate your ass hauling and are you landing or are you just hovering when you arrive?
He said small warforged, and if I get to him, he's got a light kind of blazing in the area, it sounds like. So I would be able to see some other cloaked figure. So I think I would as I'm coming down, bring out my sword and try to just hit the head of whatever this thing is with my blade before I would land next to him and Ash.
Okay. Outstanding. How much noise do you make? I mean, it's not the mark of the storm, but you are kind of.
No, I imagine it's a bunch of noise, because if I'm getting there this quickly, I'm like cutting through rain. My clothes, my night. I'm just in my night clothes. I'm in my friggin'.
What is happening?
We're going through this, man. So I imagine
he's flying really fast. He missed.
I'm imagining there's just a bunch of.
What the fuck is happening to this character?
What's going on?
I don't know. What is happening? I don't know what the fuck is happening. There, your token is. Just leave it somewhere. Okay.
Anything.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why your token is really fucking weird.
I don't either.
Anyway, when you can see that, Ash, I mean, you're down bad. You're close. You're super stressed out as well, so you are all but broken right now. How bad is it when Vane comes flying in? What is his immediate visual on you?
Well, yeah, I'm bleeding. I'm just like I look like I'm a mess. I'm kind of half clutching this journal in my hand. That looks like it's got like splatters of mud and when it's wet, and I'm clearly looking outmatched by this opponent. Like my worst possible nightmare is coming to life.
This is the best. You're dying, and I'm here to save you.
You get to
right. So as I descend, I start to just do a quick corkscrew, so then I get as much centrifugal force as possible to slam slam my blade into this dude.
All right.
I'm gonna spend a hope to use my ranger focus on this to see if if
make sure you target it as well. And then,
target there. Got it.
Look at that.
For that. Bam. Boo.
I don't know why shit's moving. It's so weird.
Hey.
I think I can apply the effects to your character.
I guess I just gotta make the longsword attack. That must be
it. Your ranger effect is for the Warforged, right?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second.
And that is, I use it, and then if I attack and I'm successful in the attack, then it actually applies to him.
Okay, awesome.
Why did it roll a D10?
What is your damage? It's your damage roll.
But I didn't make an attack roll yet.
That is
okay. Let's try this.
Weird.
Let's try this instead. Let's see. I'll do this.
Roll your
longsword. Not using any additional things. This will be my attack roll.
Oh, da, da, da.
Nice.
I have good news and I have bad news.
Okay.
Enjoy rolling your damage, good sir. And I'm
right.
going to snatch victory away from you.
Of course you are. And that's
who is putting down all these fucking things?
Sorry, it's me. Somehow I kept trying to get rid of these things, but
God damn it! I've got
reminds me of geometry and trigonometry class. And give me PTSD here.
It's like the Oobleck. I'm just trying to get rid of the Oobleck. Sorry.
All right.
They're all gone. They're all gone. Go ahead and roll your fucking.
Ash is just slowly melting away, and his psychic energies are just flying everywhere.
Now that I've successfully hit him, I'm going to mark a stress to use Ruthless Predator to give myself +1 to my proficiency on this damage roll.
Ooh, nice. Nice. And that target is you. I'm going to apply the effects, and then it should do the auto count for you.
Do this.
Should.
It looks like the formula is going to be right.
All right. Yeah, it sure is.
That's
look at that.
Ooh.
So 15 damage, and with Ranger's focus, if he takes damage, or when I do damage to him, I also mark a stress on him.
Okay. You definitely dealt damage to him. That is going to be a severe wound. He's going to mark stress. And so what does this look like? As you said, you come hurling in, you see your teammate, you corkscrew in, and how does that blade land, giving all told all your abilities coming into focus?
So I've got it in a two-handed grip right now. I do that quick corkscrew. The blade, about the last third of it or so, connects with the side of his, try to connect with the side of his head. Maybe it glances off his shoulder or something, so it doesn't take his head right off. They don't auto kill him. And then I do a bunch of damage. He kind of gets rocked to the side as I do like a not a barrel roll, like a 180 to land right next to Ash. Look down at him and hold out a hand to help him up, going, "Of course I've arrived."
Outstanding. And
I'm here to save you. And I'm in like silk jammies that are just clinging to my body at this point.
Soaking wet now. You're getting see-through at this point. You're like, it must be cold out here.
There's a lot of contouring, we'll say.
Didn't realize it was winter. And without that kinetic energy, this Warforged takes the blow, and it is shock in the voice. You both register that immediately of, I'm in trouble. And the Warforged simply pushes back against the wall and springs forward and out and over the fucking railing and begins a hurl all the way down from the upper city's platforms. I gotta take this creature off here.
One of the other effects of Ranger's focus is I know precisely the direction they're in.
Yeah, you sure do.
And it lasts until I stop.
It's exactly. So now that's the move. It's back over to you two because I took the spotlight and yeah, the creature has made its action. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna pass it to you, Rob.
Well,
Sandragon.
He escaped with the satchel, but I did keep this journal, which I think may have some vital clues to the death of the professor. I gesture over the body.
I don't really care. You're dying.
No, I really.
While they're doing this, can I spend a hope to do something?
Yes, absolutely. Please, yeah.
So, because he's chosen by fate, he has bizarre things happen to him.
Okay.
He was, unfortunately, in his dreams in the middle of the night, woke up sober, and wandered down the street to whatever the local rumpled maiden is, and is now returning with a barrel of alcohol. And probably sees from right above him a Warforged going.
Yes, absolutely.
What the hell? Well, he's got a big cask under his arm. He's just looking down, and if he's lucky enough, he might hear them. He may not even know that they're there, but he's just out and about buying alcohol.
Yeah. So that's a good question. Is you do the Warforged just you're like it's kind of unusual. You know, it is charm, but yeah, you're still in the good part of town still. And then for the other two, I know you two have this conversation. Vane, is your intention to go after this thing, or are you just going to let it mark? Are you watching it fall? Are you?
I wanted to first and just ensure that Sandragon isn't, or sorry, that Ash just isn't actually bleeding out and dying. If he looks to be.
He's had his ass kicked.
In his usual incapacitated, helpless, in need of my assistance at all times state, then I will abandon him to go after whatever this thing was that just
outstanding. And that makes that part of the conversation even easier. After the Warforged is falling, Kaz, is you're looking at like, well, it's raining Warforged. That's weird. And then you see, of course, this corkscrew of just this torrent of rain swirling around as there is a figure rocketing down towards it, and it's that slow motion, like ooh, and you're like Jesus Christ. Well, I'm sorry, you're like by the seven, and yes, it's your girl.
He's just gonna turn his head sideways as he goes past him, kind of like.
You see me in just the right light as I've got this maniacal grin on my face as I'm free falling at high speed, and the light just ding right off of my teeth.
At that point, they just kind of look up into the rain where he came from and waiting for the next person to come by.
Ash, are you leaning over the railing? What are you doing? Are you on the ground? Are you crying? Are you trying to run? What are you doing? This is still with you guys, man.
Yeah, I'll try to tie my whip around the edge and clamber down over the side. But, you know,
right. I will tell you this. All of you do have the Featherfall tokens. The professor ensured that you have those. You all have one as a free. So if anything were to happen, all you do is start rocketing down, and at some point you push the panic button, and your descent becomes a pleasant glide.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to climb my way down first. Just not because I'm trying to slow my
okay,
but you know.
Sure. Well, let's do this then. Since you want to try to climb yourself down, let's have that strength roll, please.
my best skill. I'm happy to have my best skill.
You said it, not me. I gave you the out, good sir.
Now, can I burn a hope as a Kundric vault breaker that I've had to break into vaults and stuff, and
Yeah. I don't mind that because this is you're talking about second story work, right? Where you got to come down from rooftops and weird positions. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Thank you.
It's almost a crit.
It's good. Yeah, considering your profession, I'm going to say that 13 will. I didn't give you a number, but it was with fear. That 13 will succeed, but you succeed with fear. I'm going to take the spotlight with the fear, and I am going to target our good friend. What's his name?
Oh my god. I'm sorry. He actually had to mark 2 stress from the damage that I did to him.
2 stress?
One from Ruthless Predator and one from becoming my Ranger's focus. That's awesome.
I got you. This thing is there. You're following. The Warforged spins and does and just arms up in a motion, and you see glinty blades cutting through the ring coming at you.
Oh shoot!
Just like the light coming off your shiny teeth.
Yeah, boy.
Let's see what. Yes.
Oh no!
I mean, that's unfortunate.
At least it wasn't a 20. That would have been bad to get crit.
So sad. That makes my heart hurt.
It's finally getting.
Rob, stop it with the fucking templates.
Every time I click on my token, it starts making them. I don't know. I can't move myself.
I don't know what's happening.
I think you must have the measurement tool selected.
I think so.
Or
that's
or
19 damage.
Target one.
I don't have any armor on, so I can't reduce the damage. That's severe.
No.
That's a severe wound.
That is just, it is blades just, one flies in your abdomen, one hits you in the thigh, one comes across your chest, glances off, nicks you up in the neck area. Man, that is pretty bad.
New jammies.
That is pretty bad. How many out of 6 hit points? You're halfway there.
I'm halfway there.
I am also going to burn a fear, and as that thing happens, you see the Warforged does the barrage of blades, and the Warforged goes limp, and it sort of bends over just backwards as if all the life has left its form, and there is an explosion of light and like fire out of its chest, and you see the small thing take off and just hurl off into a completely random direction, and then the body just and finally impacts on a sky bridge and just boom, and arms, pieces, head, sprockets, gears, wood goes everywhere. Back over to you two, or you three, sorry.
So the thing came off, but the body was still clutching onto the satchel.
Yeah, so Ash lied to you. There was the satchel he threw, but it didn't distract. So the satchel technically is still up there in the dark somewhere. Ash would just thought the satchel was in the hands of this person. Hey, there's a lot going on right now.
Well, my assumption is that he's still got a satchel. This thing just rockets off. So I go down and land next to the carnage. I don't know if carnage is the right word. Maybe the debris.
I'm gonna do this as you land. I'm gonna burn a fear.
Superhero pose.
Yeah, you do that 3-point land, and as you raise your head up, you see where that Warforged is scattered in pieces. And there are a couple of members of the Watch that are already looking around like, what the hell? And I'm also going to pass it to Kaz because this impacted not 50 feet from where you are currently on that sky bridge. And Ash, you succeeded. You got a hell of a way to go. You can see something happening in the distance. You realize that Vane's flight path went really erratic for a brief moment, and there were some glints of steel that you could see go out into the ever-bright lanterns, which, again, you're a smart person, and you figure there was probably an impact of some kind mid-air. And it's all on you, man. I'll back over to you guys.
Looking down there, holding on to the cask, pulled a stupid blade out of it that went past him that probably has his blood on it that's stuck into the end of the thing. Slide that into his belt. Look over it, looking down there, and then look up. If I see him coming down the side, he's just like, what in the hell are you doing?
All green and glowy.
I've saved the journal. It's the most important, vital piece of information we have.
What? Sure. He's just gonna, since this thing is leaking alcohol anyway, he's just gonna tip the keg up while he's holding on to it, drink, and then look down. Do we have to?
Just save some of that for me. I could use a drink. And some of my, in addition to the rain, some of my blood's like dripping down on Kasimir.
And Ash, you got a long. You have a bit of a ways to go, Ash. So you need to figure out how to get down there fast because you're going to run out of whip length. It's not like you went 10 feet. They hurtled down through some of the upper city.
I'll let go and then I'll let go and try to trigger the feather thing when it's
easy enough. Down there below the watch, they're like, "Stop you!" And 2 crossbows come out. A short sword gets drawn, and they're talking to you, Vane. You stand up, mate.
As I start to stand up, do I still have a sensation of like following something, right? Because my ranger focus was on this guy. Did it go out when his body just got destroyed, or is that ranger focus still active?
I will say your ranger focus is active in the point that you know that the corpse is a corpse, but the creature's consciousness is not dead. But it's moving with such a rate of speed, and you realize that whatever came out of it is somehow connected to this creature's consciousness.
Sure. Okay. So so I get the idea that it's a husk, but even with my greater than mortal,
you can pinpoint it, but it would take time. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to stay awake now. As these people are coming at me, I'll just turn to address them, and sheath my blade. I'm still holding on to the scabbard here, and in all of my wet silky glory, like, be at ease. It is a matter of House Orion.
And they can see the dragon mark clearly. Yeah, you're.
Yep. It glows whenever I'm active and things like that.
House Orion. What manner of house business is this? You've got warforged falling from the sky.
Tracking down a thief, and I'll turn and I'll like look at the destruction, just bend down to grab a random thing.
Okay.
Took this from my house. It's like a shoulder blade, shoulder socket or some shit. I don't know.
I'm gonna delete Rob off the thing. Okay, outstanding. I'm gonna switch things for you guys. I'm gonna activate a new scene. That way Rob stops making templates. Do me a favor. You got him on the ropes, you know that, but also, being a member of a house, there's a little bit of a line to walk. Let's have a presence with advantage.
Presence with advantage. I'm okay with that. I do not think any of my experiences would help with this. So we'll do it this way and cross fingers.
Let's do it.
It's not. It's 13 with fear.
13. Okay. All right. So,
advantage is huge.
It's house business, you say. Well, and then at that time, because you have fear, and this guard is like, all right, lower your bows, lads. And what you say, house business, and he takes 2 steps towards you. The blade is still slightly down, and then you hear this gentle touching down of the footfalls of the Kalishtar. And it's just, what in the name of the 7, the dark 6? And the bows go right back up. Kaz, you guys, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to be just to get this out of the way. Kaz is not jumping off because he doesn't want to waste this token. He's only like 50 feet. He's just going to run and find the nearest stairs and come down.
It's on your level, Kaz. Is what I meant.
Yeah. He's just going to run down the set of stairs, whatever is nearby, holding the cash, trying to hold the end up, and just coming out like
in the rain. No.
And he's holding that thing in his bright, glowy, weird-looking arm. Just hold up a hand. I made it.
Whew. Are these your retainers?
Unfortunately, yes. Companions, fear not. I've seen to the thief of course.
Right. What? I'm gonna have to ask what he stole. I've got to log this somehow.
He stole a satchel full of valuable house information.
He's got no satchel on him.
Well, he's in a wide area. We must search for it.
Right.
Hands kind of out, holding onto my sword out and away from my other hand. May I approach and speak as my retainers search for the missing articles?
Right. You two, watch the house slaves. You approach. What is your name? It also has to go on the report.
Of course. My name is Relvin Diorian. What is yours, my good man?
Ermic.
Ermic.
Yeah, he's a half elf.
Son of a bitch.
Acquaintance. It's unfortunate to meet you on these circumstances, but you realize there's a little bit of protocols.
Incredibly understandable, Ermic. I myself would be very much in the same situation as you. I also was once a lawman not too long ago, so I know the situation you find yourself in. Perhaps
will you city watch? That's unusual. A bit for your lot.
No. I worked security for the rails.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, in Syria.
You served in the war, did you?
I didn't serve in the war. I served during the war.
It's fine. A lot of people didn't even try to serve. They just tried to hide.
Not
anyway.
Me. I am not one to hide, as you can see.
Do you know what contents of the satchel were? Again, I just got to get this down.
I don't. My servant over there, he was the one in charge of it, and he allowed himself to be robbed, and I was needed to come and solve the situation. It is very unfortunate. He will, of course, be docked this month's payment. I cannot have my servants being so careless.
Whatever.
I'm making sure to say this loud enough for Ash to hear.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure this is a normal conversation. To you, Ash, I vanished. The guard, what was exactly in the satchel?
Well, more than the satchel, there's been a murder. There's a university professor from Margrave up there whose dead body is covering the flagstones in his blood.
Are you saying you was robbed by what an assassin that also is a thief? And he's looking back now at you, Vane.
And I'm putting on that surprised face, what? Hold me here for this?
What is your name? Back to you, Ash.
My name is Ashen Vek, and do you have any medical? You guys have any bandage? I don't know we're clutching.
Are you kind of stepping? Yeah, you kind of come forward and you're leaning. There's what in the name? Yeah, right. Sure. And he takes out a vial from his pouch. He's like, we keep these around for emergencies. No. It's only because your house is what connected, and I'm doing this. He gives you that vial. You drink that. It'll make you feel a little bit bad, but you're going to need some serious help. And if your master here is as connected as they should be,
my
Ashen,
compatriot, yes.
Ashen, I had no idea that you were so close to death. Of course, you will not be punished this evening when we return back to my state.
So Ash,
we will see to your injuries. This was horrifying.
Was it horrifying?
I'm gonna drink whatever the guard gave me.
You are super trusting.
Well, I'm kind of hurt.
Does this taste like chloroform to you?
Right? That's 2 hit points it clears.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
If they have not stopped Kasimir from approaching.
No, not at all.
He's still just holding on to the whole thing, and he's just looking up, and he's looking down at this big pile of gears, and he's going to kind of kick it. Like, huh, has he ever seen a core of a Warforged disengage like that?
You have. You
Okay.
are what we call a subject matter expert, and you know it's not a core. It's a final messenger.
Ooh, okay. Well,
all the gas from the kiddos who know Eberron lore is very well done. Yes, 100%, Kaz. You realize that just looking at where it sat, like whatever this thing was, shot off a final messenger.
What a son of a bitch.
Well, okay. That's not good.
What is it, Kasimir? What is it?
Oh, it's a final messenger. Just yeah. He's just like, and he kind of like looks over at the guards, and he's just like, later. And then as you drink that potion or whatever it is, and you're standing there, just kind of like, getting some pack, he just kind of tilts the thing, getting some of the liquid into it, like filling your potion bottle up with just beer.
With real. This will really help.
This will clear stress.
I feel much better.
Ermic, I do have to beg your indulgence. As you can see, the wounds that my servant bears are life risking.
Right. It looks like shit.
Is there any? Yes. Is there any way that we can either hurry along, or I could come to see you again soon to finalize this report?
Yes, these things get kind of complicated, even for the houses. You understand what I'm saying?
Do you also need them to be here, or is my presence sufficient?
No, I mean, plenty of opportunities for you to be here whatsoever. Just if there's a way we could just come to an understanding about. We've got enough information.
As you can see, I was aroused in the.
I see that. That's also a fine
part of the evening.
Right.
I did what I could to keep things as. And I look down. I'm sure you're right. Actually, yes. Could we leave this part out of the report? There's no need to turn this into some sort of fan fiction.
I'm sure that could be fine as well. I'm afraid we're going to have to do a lot of paperwork, and it might take some time.
Of course.
Unless, there's ways of expediting everything.
And I'll look to the other two.
You guys can clearly hear this conversation.
Yes, Master, of course you must pay the man. You're the one that has all the money.
It's fucked up.
Ermic, let us get on with the paperwork. Should I follow you to your station? It is it is a bit colder than one would appreciate.
I mean, it's kind of a long walk. We'd have to take a slightly circuitous route, given some of the traffic. It's probably there are faster ways to handle this, but given our situation, you're attracting the crowd.
Perhaps this. We could, since I don't have any way to adequately reward you for your rescue of my servant. At the moment,
serve the crown.
Yes. I could, if you're willing, meet you and your associates here on the morrow and I would name like a relatively close-ish higher end establishment of some sort, where we could get to know each other a little bit more. I could answer whatever questions you might have and provide you with a suitable compensation for what you have done to serve the city and us.
Let's have that presence roll.
And this, I would like to propose being able to use my experience morally gray.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yes, because you're definitely doing a bad thing.
Yes.
Yes. Here we go. Come on, fear.
Pretty good with fear.
Yes. Yes. That's happy Easter. Fear Jesus just arrived.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. All right.
Good for you too, Scott.
Yeah. All right. He looks back at the two over his shoulder, and you see a couple of nods. Sounds about right. And tell you what, we'll just we'll take care of this little mess, and then let's just say we add that to the tab, if you will. Yeah.
Of course. I would very much appreciate it. We have no need of any of this, and I kind of take that sprocket and kind of toss it back into the pile. That wasn't what I was looking for anyway. I don't know where that even came from.
Right. Anyway, why don't you two do me a favor and get your master here back to the Enclave?
Yes,
and,
Ashen, you should do better getting me back than getting the satchel back to where it needed to be.
But I'm sure my master will handsomely recompense you on the morrow when he sees you. His coffers run deep.
Of course.
Do not let him insult you by giving him a paltry sum.
Oh, I would never dream of such a thing. I will ensure that it comes out of your salary, as you have ensured that we've needed to bother these fine gentlemen. Next time, just do your job, and we won't even have to trouble them. Emmerich and companions, I would bid you a fine evening.
Right.
Do get a chance to get out of the rain if you could. This is an awful time to spend here in Charlotte, as now the silk is getting really constricting.
Yeah. Looks like you got more to worry about. We've got this. We'll see you in a few hours.
Indeed. Ashen, and I'm not going to say just cuss, and let us be gone from this place.
As he just licks his finger from some of the beer, looks over and says, I know why I was out. What were you doing?
I was gathering valuable intel when
he just pokes a hole like where the hole is in your shirt. And pull the blade out from his belt and these. Just slide it back into the belt.
Ash, where the fuck is the satchel?
You
told me there was a satchel.
The Warforged had the satchel. I have the journal. I pulled the journal from my vest.
There wasn't any satchel on the ground, just gears, parts of metal, armor, and innards.
I can't explain it. There was a satchel. I mean, it looked like it had papers, and some coins.
Look up.
And some coins. I'm gonna go get the satchel.
Exactly.
To the moon flies out of
fucking bribe to go retrieve. Yeah, I will fly up there if needed.
Okay. Now that it's easy enough, you can retrieve the satchel. You realize that fight was fast. It only lasts a couple of seconds, and there's still no guards around. Like whatever is happening, there is no traffic coming through there whatsoever. So getting the satchel is really easy. If you were keeping track of what was in there originally, by all means, write it down. If not, Ash can give it to you, or you could ask me. I can give it to you. I assume you come back down to a point where your companions are, and then you three are going to take it from there.
Before I do that, could I, in my way of absolutely not trusting Ash to do this correctly, could I search
absolutely.
Search the area, get a perusal of the situation. Sorry, Ash, but
yeah, sure.
It's 3 a.m. I have not slept well long enough, and I have giant holes in my favorite jammies.
And while Relvin is up above, I'm gonna say to Kasimir, like in a low voice, okay, let's not talk about this, but I did have to kind of rescue him. That's why I'm looking a little bit beat up, because I took the brunt, but he's sensitive, so we won't talk about it.
That's fine. We don't want to embarrass either of you. That's fine. Wait, you were gathering information. You just happened to find another dead person.
I wasn't. No, Talisman brought me to the dead person. He needs help. It's kind of a he'll scratch our back, we scratch his back situation.
Just wandered out into the dark with him.
So wait,
I thought I had
you
a
were
stupid
there. You
errand.
were there with Talisman, not me. But
Hold on, Vane.
him.
Hold on, Vane. You flew up to go investigate.
Saying this as the player.
I like it.
You let your companions have this conversation about bad choices.
I apologize.
You're good.
I need to point out the obvious logical problems.
Look, is he? He's not bleeding anymore, right? He looks like he's been healed. Whatever they gave him seemed to have taken care of it.
He's still he's not in horrible shape as he was, but there's still some lingering damage. Some of the wounds are still oozing a little bit. There's the effects of poison are still in his system. You can tell that just the artificer,
Okay.
the shit that you're used to. Yeah.
Pass this over to him.
Aw.
Since I have that one.
Hey.
And delete it from my sheet.
I do need to give you, for your sheet too, I think you guys, you may have spent some of your coin, but I should give you guys on your your actual inventory. Each of you should have one handful of coins, unless you spent it, which I think a couple of you spent it, and then give yourself 1 handful and then 10 coins. That's the very left marker on there, because we can break it down to individual coins for a few things as well. We'll do that, so you guys, when you're picking things up,
Gotcha.
to make it easier. Yeah,
sounds good. So that should give you. I don't know if you can you hit the button? I'll hit the button for you. It'll clear.
Sure.
I don't know. Oh, it didn't do anything.
Let me.
I guess it needs to be applied to him.
Yeah, let me try something.
Add one to his sheet or something. However you need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna target him and then try to do it because I want to see the extent of. I don't know. It's not doing shit. So anyway, Ash, go ahead and roll 1d4.
Okay.
And then we'll do that. And then while you're doing that, Vane, yeah. So
Excellent.
you can kind of see what the situation is really weird. Like the Everbright Lanterns, they were using your knowledge of how things work and just the upper city. Those lanterns have been deliberately sabotaged, and this person was absolutely caught from behind. There's a few things you can't really put your finger on. Now, how important would it be for you to gather this information, or are you satisfied with just understanding that there was a no kidding assassination that occurred?
I want to know what happened so that I could hold it over Ash's head that I've discovered something that maybe he didn't. So this would be incredibly important to me.
All right. So it's probably going to be more of instinct or knowledge. It's up to you. You just you'd let me know how you're using that to investigate this crime scene.
Like I'm an intelligence person, but when it comes to investigating and stuff like that, I lean towards my instincts, relying on like that training and some of the experience that I had as a rail marshal to really guide my gut feeling on situations like this.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make that roll.
And I'd like to use my house raid agent experience if you allow it.
Fair enough. Sure.
Okay. Let's feed you some more fear. Yep.
15. Nice. Thank you for the fear. That is
welcome.
Dope.
I'm glad I could help.
That's dope. I like it. All right. So there are you're trying to understand. Wait. There are multiple things went wrong all at one time. Now, what is most important to you to understand? How the body was attacked, how the person was killed, or the area around the body? Which one of those is the most important for you?
I got an idea. I think the area around the body, because I experienced what I assume is the attacker, not just how he hit me, but what he was able to do to Ash, who is grudgingly a competent, at the very least, individual when it comes to violence. So I think how the area was dealt with around the body would be of most interest to me.
All right, outstanding. So now that you're looking at it, like the Everbright lanterns, they have been nullified by magic. they're not just simply damaged; they have been nullified. So they created a perfect corridor of darkness for this to happen. But that also tells you that would have had to have done at one time. And the other piece of the scene is that you realize that around the body and on top part of the body of the cloak, there are crumbles of masonry. And you look up to scan, you realize that there is an overhead of a skybridge that cuts across this one, perpendicular to it, and that assassin was likely clinging to the stone, not by magic, but by physical means, for who knows how long, and that would have caused the damage to it. And now that you rolled with failure, I'm going to tell you this. As you're looking around, you hear more of the city guard are starting to round the corner. You hear some whistles going off. Close by where you are, you hear some loud sounds of a crowd growing a little restless, and then your ranger focus just vanishes.
Sure. Well, that's not ominous.
And I'll spend fear for that as well to make that two-parter.
Okay, cool.
Back over to you guys.
I guess for me, if I'm hearing, is it that I'm hearing the approaching guard then at this point?
Yeah. You know, people are finally starting to realize they may want to come check what's going on.
Yeah, I don't want to be seen with this body, so I'm just gonna roll over the side of the thing, drop down out of sight, and descend gracefully to my companions.
Easy enough. There you guys go.
Look up at me descending upon all my glory.
I will thank Kasimir for the potion, and after drinking it, the bruise on my face and the gash on my arm and my chest, like kind of seal over with fresh pinkish flesh. And then I'm gonna say, let's get out of here. I want to check out this journal.
Yeah, but we have to wait for our wet silken friend to slowly descend.
He's doing that slow motion shit again. He can fly faster than that, damn it.
Yeah, I purposely ensure that I get down there. And so did I? And I have as I'm coming down, I'm like holding the satchel out.
Yeah.
Like wasn't with him at all. As I land, Ash, you must keep a closer eye on your things. It is unbecoming of someone to just forget where you put stuff.
You too. Keep a close eye on your things, wet pajamas.
Look down. I don't have to keep an eye on it, but I have a handle of it just well.
It is cold rain.
Indeed it is. Speaking of cold rain, I do not like this situation anymore. I will see you all on the morrow. I need to get cleaned up, these wounds tended to, and into a less damaged pair of a rather expensive night clothing. Good night, gentlemen.
Yes. Goodbye. And yeah, Kasimir, I think you're about empty there. Let's go back to that Rumpled Princess and get a refill.
Sadly. Yeah.
There you go. Are you taking the satchel with you, Vane?
Yes, I am.
All right, outstanding.
And I didn't even take the time to grab the journal, just the satchel, and out of here.
Oh, he definitely has a journal. That's the good news.
I move slightly slow so that the air pressure of my swift movement doesn't rip the rest of my clothing off of me. That's a fine.
Well, when Kasimir get back, when get somewhere like more private, I'll open the journal and take a look at it with him.
You guys can get to the rumpled maiden, or the rumpled princess. Jesus. Let me ask you a question. We'll still go through this. Do you guys want to consider this a short rest because you still have some wounds, you still have some stress, or do you guys want to
probably?
I'm up for a short rest. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. And honestly, we'll probably get whatever we can there and just head back to his workshop because it's more private.
Okay. Oh, easy enough. Okay. So you get a few things to go. That is easy enough. So go ahead and conduct your short rest. I'm going to generate my fear. Whoa.
And my plan was to not do just a short rest, but to finish a long rest if possible. But if not, I can do a short rest too. That's okay.
Yeah, it'll be a short rest because you're going to be up and at 'em.
Sounds good.
All right, Ash, you are clearing stress.
I don't have any wounds to tend to, but he checks himself for wounds anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you can still, yeah. You can do the same thing twice. You could do do a double prepare, work on a project thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I took a prepare, and I guess I could have done the project thing while we were doing that. He took the hope for the prepare, and yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. Let's see. Vane, I know you're kind of resting. You're tending to your wounds. Are you using house resources for the tending of the wounds and all that jazz?
No, I'm just gonna use basically what I would have on hand to just kind of tend to the wounds as a regular short rest.
Okay, easy enough.
And I would clear my stress by just perusing through the contents of this satchel now that I'm in a place of my choosing, and grumble a lot about Kalishtar and how they have to interrupt perfectly normal rest and such, and now I have to deal with this situation now, just letting off steam.
Easy enough. And, okay, Ash, how are you dealing with you're clearing your stress and you're taking care of your armor, right?
Yeah, because between the guards potion and Kasimir's, I was fully healed. So yeah, so the stress is I'm getting good and hammered. The embarrassment of Railvane having to rescue me is I'm just getting hammered with Kasimir to just kind of like get all that stress done. And then I'm back in his workshop, so I'm gonna use, I'm imagining he must have some tools I can work on my armor to like sew it back up.
Yep.
Okay. Easy enough. And Kaz, what are you doing with your preparation?
Time, I guess he's gonna just work on his notes for the blade we're working on. Just making sure everything's set properly, and then whatever other time he has, just spending it, I guess, if we're reading that journal.
Okay. Let's do the satchel first. And so, Vane, you have that and you're looking through it, correct?
Sure am.
All right. So there are the ident papers are in there. So they're official travel papers. The professor's not a noble, not connected to a dragonmarked house. Absolutely an employee of Moorgrave University. Absolutely a well-placed member of Moorgrave University. You see the ident has the full name, which is Benail Gelden, and Professor pre-Galifar studies at Moorgrave University, as well as a couple other positions of faculty that he once held. There's also a handful of coins that were on the body, and there's ink. A bottle of ink, a quill. There's an object that's wrapped in, it looks like oilcloth, but you realize like, oh, it's a house Galanda wrapping for keeping food fresh, and it's an apple that's inside of that, and the apple looks like it was picked this morning. No idea how old it would be, but like I said, it's a small device that helps keep things fresh from House Galanda. And then there is also the paper. The paper is not your average. It's not your average paper. It's actually like very fine Karnathi paper. That's a huge industry in Karnath because of their forests. They have a paper production facilities, and their paper is second to none.
Okay.
And that is
anything on the paper or just blank paper?
Just blank. It's all 100% blank. But those things together, given your background with being, part of a house and having yourself pandered to, is all of those things indicate at least a little bit of money.
Yeah. And I'm academically trained, so this all makes sense to me. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep all this stuff because it's really cool. That House Galanda thing sounds really neat. I'm gonna hold on to it. Is it you said it's like a cloth basically that you wrap around something?
Yeah, it's a little cloth you can wrap around something the size of an apple, or so
that's super
cool.
dope.
It's made up on the spot, so there you go.
I'm gonna make a bunch of shit.
There you go. The journal.
I may regret this, but Scott, I think you get 1d4 fear, right, for a short rest.
I did already. I only rolled a 1.
You did. Oh,
Yeah.
yay. Good.
Oh no, because I haven't fed you enough fear. Huh?
Right? Yeah, it's okay. I need the fear for what's coming. For the journal, the journal is about. It's about 3x6, so it's a smaller affair. The cover has this inlaid. It's a dark brown, and the cover has this real faint inlaid of like metal stitching it forms a pattern on the cover. And it's not a pattern that's discernible to you immediately, Ash. It has an oddity to it. And then the clasp itself is unlatched. Unlocked, sorry. You can freely open and close the clasp if you need to.
Yeah, before I close it, I'm going to try to just, examine to make sure there's no like any kind of glyphs or any kind of like ruins or some kind of a, trap or something.
Okay. If you reach out psychically, there's nothing odd about it that you can detect.
Okay. Yeah, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it around, like, I don't know, I'm imagining Kasimir's got some kind of a wall, to protect some of it when he's got some more like volatile stuff he's working with.
Sure. I assume Kaz can see the journal as well, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it behind the wall, but kind of like looking around, just in case. And I'm gonna conjure my.
He's just gonna say, wait. He's gonna reach over and hand him a set of tongs, a big metal set of tongs.
Okay. I'm gonna use the tongs, but I'm actually gonna conjure my psychic hand, my magic hand, same size and strength as my own. I can. So I'm gonna use the hand to hold the tongs, then to go around over and like open the journal. Just being ultra cautious.
Easy enough. Does this? Are you using your psychic hand?
It's my Book of Typhar, my magic hand.
All right. Do you need to? Is a spell casting roll?
It just says you conjure. It doesn't say there's no. It just says you conjure a magical hand with the same size and strength as your own within far range.
Okay, easy enough. Yeah, super easy. The tongs are floating around. Open up, pull the book open, and it opens up normally. There's nothing that happens. As it opens up, the first page that's in there is completely blank.
All right. So I'll drop the hand. I'll put the tongs back, and I'll go back over and grab the book and bring it out so we can both look at it and flip through more pages to see if there's any writing anything.
Every page is absolutely blank.
Well, I've had some experience with, like, I don't know, what do you call it, like that, like if it's something like maybe a flame or something, like I'll take a flame to see if holding the flame close to it to see if something materializes, if there's some like invisible writing here.
On the page?
Yeah, to see if.
Okay, easy enough. The book's still open, so you're kind of holding the page. I assume like the book is laying flat and then you're just holding a single page up and holding the flame to it, or trying to behind it. Okay, you're doing that. And you're holding it to it, moving it back and forth. Kaz, you're realizing that at this point, that paper should have started smoking, or you should be able to see through it, but none of that is true. In fact, you realize that flame, he's gotten closer because, it's Ash, and he's like, oh, come on. He's trying to reason his way through this. And you realize that flame should be burning the page, and it is 100% completely intact. The page is not even a mark.
He's just gonna flick his finger at it really hard.
Yep.
That's enchanted.
Doesn't fold, it just responds, but there's no dent, no nothing.
That's impressive. Yeah, there's gotta be something on it. He's just gonna reach over. The only thing that
stands out to it is the cover because of the metal stitching that forms that for Ash. He was the one that saw the stitching. Or did you, Kaz? Did you get a chance to look at the cover before Ash started?
He's standing there and just looking at it now, kind of like as he's doing that, just taking a closer look at it, and he's gonna run his left hand, his finger down the spine, just kind of like tick, 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 tick.
Nice. There we go. Give me a knowledge roll, please.
Okay. Would this be just a reaction roll, or is this?
No, this is you trying to kind of pattern your way through this. What are your experiences? I'm trying to see if you have any that would be
perfectionist or chosen by fate.
What is the
perfectionist is usually when he's crafting.
Okay. Okay. Making sure every detail is accurate and poignant and succinct.
Yep.
That kind of thing. Okay.
Exactly.
If you want to burn the hope, I have no problem with you pulling that in.
Sure. Let's do it.
Right.
Let it do the hope, and we'll see what we get here. Hey, not all the fear, almost a double.
Almost a double. I did generate fear on that. Thank you. So, Kaz, as you're running down the thumb, running down your thumb down the spine, and you're looking at it, the runes on your arm begin to move, and you can feel it. It's under your skin. It's like an itch, and the symbol on the front, the glint, starts to softly glow. And there's a couple of things that happen, Kaz. Do you want to know what the material is, or do you want to know what the symbol is?
I want to know what the symbol is, because he's tasting the metal in his mouth right now through all that power. He's like, I don't know.
The symbol is a very, very old and primitive version of the symbol for House Kenneth.
Oh, interesting. House Kenneth. As he's just kind of going, I don't know. Well, he's doing something weird with his tongue, like he's tasting something in the air. Exactly. And look over at, look over at Ashen. Does he respond when I say House Kenneth?
I mean, Ashen knows who House Kenneth is, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying this book is related to House Kenneth?
That's an old version of the symbol right there.
Yeah.
Very old one.
Very old. Yes, like pre-Galifar old.
So, yeah.
What about
Centuries.
the lack of visible writing? Is that anything familiarity with that?
I'd have to think about that. I'm not part of the house. So.
Put my thinking cap on. No, there's nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, you're an artificer. You know Kenneth very well. Would they do something like this? Any of the houses would do something like this. Hell, half the mages and nobles around Khorvaire would do something like this if they thought it meant keeping secrets safe. The trick would obvious, is if there is something on there or there is something about it, then it's figuring that key out.
He's gonna reach down his belt, take the blade. It's like, wow, I wonder if one of these is one of the things that stabbed the guy. And he's just gonna take a little bit of the blood that's on it and smear it on one of the pages, see if it does anything.
The blood, as you're smearing it, it just crumbles into dust and falls away, leaving no mark whatsoever on the page.
Okay, that's definitely enchanted.
I'm gonna touch the book using my psychic talent. I can change the temperature of an object. So I've tried heat. Now I'm gonna try to make it cold. Try to see if that does anything.
Try to frost damage it somehow.
Yeah.
Well, the frost can form. The crystals form on the pages, and they just go away. You can brush them off, and there's nothing. The pages aren't soaked. They're not worn. They're not torn. Nothing. There's no effect whatsoever on them.
Yeah. So while the book's sitting there, he's going to reach over and grab one of the things that's on a little mechanical arm that's just a big magnifying glass that he's got. He's going to move it over, and he's going to focus on it, and he's going to use his infusion. He's going to spend a stress here. He can add an infusion to a device. It can do different things like light, impulse, lock, but one of them is analysis.
Okay.
And he's going to basically just imbue this magnifying glass, the crystal piece of glass in it, to look closely, pull it as close as he can, and see if it actually helps him reveal anything, bumps, imperfections, if he can actually see magical marks or anything. Mark that stress.
Okay. And there's no roll required, right?
Let's see. One stress, choose a target.
Okay, awesome. So the book. So when you do this, the analysis is going through like, okay, there is there's an enchantment about the book. There's an enchantment within the book. There's enchantment on the pages. There are things in this book. You just don't know what they are, but you do know that one, the metal on the cover becomes known, and it's mithril. And two, you know that this is it's almost like a one-time pad usage that would be used during the war or times of great stress, because this thing is so old that this is the lock and someone has a key, and you absolutely are going to need a key to get into this book.
All right. Well, this is definitely sealed. It's smart the way they did it. Lock and key. We're going to have to get this to the professor. So I wonder, did Vane take the satchel?
He took the satchel, yes.
We could go wake him up. Or we could be nice and wait.
Well, I think I'm going to take a short nap and then let's go wake him up. But I need. It's been a long night for me.
Okay. Well, you stuff that down in your pants or somewhere safe. And hand him the journal back.
All right.
Well, if somebody tries to get it from you, you're going to wake up with a hand in your pants, right? He's just going to pat his groin. That's where I keep my coins.
What?
Down in your pants?
I've had no coins.
All the
He
time.
pulls the pouch out, puts it back down in.
Oh my God! I just thought you were. I just thought you were a well-endowed dwarf. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
He
I'll
just
just
moves
find,
the pouch to the side a little bit. Who says I'm not?
I'll just go to.
This is foul.
I'll go to his bed and I'll put the book under the pillow. I'll say that's safe enough, and I'll put my head down and try to fall asleep and not think about anything that's happened recently.
I like it.
Didn't touch the coins.
Gonna go sleep on some sacks and just.
There you guys
Pass
go.
out.
You're out. You're out. The next day will arrive. What time are you all up, and where are you meeting? Is it the usual?
That's probably a little later than normal.
Yeah.
Since we're probably all going to need at least, I don't know, an extra hour or two of sleep.
Especially one
What I
of you.
imagine gathered for breakfast with the rumpled princess.
Yeah, sometime mid-morning.
Okay. Yeah. Vane, are you good with that?
Yep. I didn't get much sleep. Unfortunately, when I'm awake, I'm awake. Much like in real life. Thanks for that. I will saunter in after all is said and done, dressed in my usual workman's finery, which is
Okay.
very nice.
Your workman's finery. He's like the factory boss that shows up in the polo shirt and the khakis.
Yup.
I'm a working person. I'm working class.
Does he have the collar pop, though?
I don't have the collar popped, and I'm too sophisticated
Tennis
for a
racket?
tie.
No tennis racket? No,
I don't have a tennis racket. I have a giant sword.
He loudly talks about,
Whoa,
we should tax all of the nobles. They have too much money in Khorvaire.
Is it raining when we get there, by the way, in the morning? Is it raining again, or is it
It's a light rain, but it's kind of
Okay.
died out overnight. Yes, unless you
Okay.
absolutely need it to be raining.
No, just curious if we go outside and it's just another, Goonies day, or if it's
Dreary day.
not.
No, it's mostly Sharn, but there are some sunny days, and today is maybe suspiciously, it's not so bad. As the three of you are, as the three of you are sitting there, you guys all meet up, and whatever you're having for your meal, the usual. I'll let you three have some. If you guys want to have a chance to have a conversation before I intercede on your parade.
Just tell him the basics. Tell him that it's definitely a magical journal. Mithril.
Yeah, I'll tell him that we discovered. Yeah, and we're looking for. We need to find a key to unlock it, because it's the pages appear blank, and despite my prodigious psychic abilities and intellect, nothing could unlock it. So he has no hope, of course.
Of that, I have no doubt.
We need a key, something to key this. This is old.
Around the dearly departed professor instead of our departed Warforged person.
He's not part of that house, is he?
What house are you talking of?
Point to the little symbol that he drew in beer on the table. Kenneth.
It's a weird symbol. He says Kenneth, and like, I mean, you remember the house, and you're like, Kenneth. I mean, you can kind of see where Kaz would think it's a house Kenneth symbol. You're like, how into the lore of the houses are you?
I think with Railvane's like kind of obsession with especially House Orion, he would be at least passing familiar with most of the other houses. Especially, I think, since we spent a ton of time in Siri, which was kind of the place for Kenneth.
Yeah.
Then I would have at least passing familiarity with Kenneth.
Okay. Do me a favor, roll knowledge and take advantage.
Okay.
He remembers all the original NFL team logos. I'll have you know.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping he rolls so well that he's like, oh, I can tell you when this was made.
Could I use House Trained Agent in this? Or
you sure could. Yeah.
Now's the time for a critical.
Yeah, now's the time to roll pretty good to see what I got. I'm going to probably give you fear again.
I did. Oh, nice.
Oh, my God.
Nice. Take your hope. And yeah, now that you're looking at it, you turn the drawing, and you're like, oh. And yeah, in your head, 100%. That is a very, very old. That is from the time before. That's from the time of when the houses were at war with everybody else. That's how old this is.
I'm not overly familiar with the history of most of these houses, but this is incredibly old. One might even say pre-Galafaran, which would make very much sense since our Professor Gelden, that was his seemingly area of expertise according to his identification.
I think we need to talk to the professor, even though she's very mad at us. We need to get into his office or something like that.
I think if he can bring her something like this, that'll definitely help improve her mood with us.
I am going to spend a fear. And as the three of you are sitting kind of hunched over and looking at this cover and then having these back and forth conversations, who has their back to the door of the establishment?
Kaz does.
That would make sense.
Kaz, there is a shadow that comes over you, which also makes the more sense because of your diminutive size. And the two of you on the other side, Ash and Vane, you realize the shadows follow the table, and there is a clunk, 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 clunk as a signet ring is dropped onto the middle of the table. And there is a human male standing there. He's dressed to the nines, and he simply looks at you and he says, if you would like to know more about the fate of Banal Geldum, it would behoove you to head over to the Broken Anvil.
Can I see this person's face?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kaz is just going to do this.
Since he runs in obviously the same circles as me, I mean, why wouldn't he?
Yeah. He's wearing a brooch. He's got a brooch on one of the noble houses.
Could I know anything about this gentleman? Potentially.
You could potentially do that.
They do have
will require a roll.
I do have the privileged heritage, so I have advantage on rolls to consort with nobles, negotiate prices, and leverage my reputation.
Yes, you could use that. You could definitely use you can use that. And you can burn hope to pull in your house agent as well on the roll if you need to. But this would require a roll because it's a little. Yeah. Until you're going through that Rolodex of, man, I know I've seen this dude before somewhere.
Yeah, he's got a thing around him. I assume that's a knowledge roll.
Yes.
Okay.
He was a distinct
yes,
normal.
I will use
it.
to use my
Come on, fear.
more feed you more fear. Yep.
Yeah,
I got
fear. Good roll though.
Big ass
Very
roll.
good fear. That is an outstanding fear. So as you're looking at him, you're examining, you're like, oh man. Oh, he's a noble kid, all right. He's older, but then it clicks and you're like, man, I know where I've seen you before. Now, let me ask you this. What is the most important piece of information about him that you want to know? Do you want to know who he is, what his house is, who he works for? What do you want to know about him? You're going to get one shot at this.
I think that the most important information about him would be his house, because I assume I'll know his name, but I would want to know about his house, because that's something that Vane is always focused on, is the larger scope of the family.
And when I say house, I mean his noble house.
Right. Exactly. It's the same situation. Like I like myself in my house, I want to know house related stuff. The nobles.
Easy enough. You recognize that brooch as being of the one of the minor noble houses from Aundare, and it is House Eberron.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Yeah, it's just the prefix for any noble is IR apostrophe and then the name of the house. And the house is Vown, but it's VOWN. Now, I will give you this because you did roll well. He doesn't have an Aundarian accent.
Okay.
He actually has a Siri accent.
And and I'll look up at it. Excuse me, Cyan of Eberron. May I get your name, please?
I'm going to burn fear, and he leans in. Broken Anvil. Soonest. And then he turns and starts walking out.
What is the dang thing that he dropped on the table?
Yeah, Kaz was just about putting his hand over it. Just
it's a signet ring for House Kenneth.
Huh. Does it have a modern version of the Kenneth symbol?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Kind of raises his eyebrow. I think we have a couple of friends that might want to get together. He's just doing a knowing wink.
I believe this would be a very good thing to check in on. However, I do have also an appointment with several guardsmen that one of us forced upon me last night, and it wasn't myself. How are you?
Point back over my shoulder. So, wait, who was he?
I do not know his name, but he
hails
from.
He's just gonna do a Dark Lantern.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's potentially far more dangerous. He's wealthy and.
Exactly. Did Broken Anvil mean anything to?
Oh yeah, for you, absolutely. Broken Anvil is one of the finest tavern and inns run by House Galandra.
Oh, okay.
Okay. His
face sinks a little bit when he thinks back. He's like, "Oh, a nice place."
Yeah, it's in the Mason's Tower, in the upper city here. So
they have such small pores.
It is very small, but it is extremely well off, and they have some of the finest alcohol and food that you've ever borne witness to. How do you know about the Broken Anvil, Kaz?
He was probably with a bunch of other people at some point when we were doing a tavern pub crawl, and we got swept up into a very fine, rich group of people and got in there, started eating and drinking. And for his taste, it was all like, the drinks are small, The alcohol is okay. It's fine. It's got a nice taste to it, but it doesn't have any burn and it doesn't have any fire. And he found all the food just to be like, oh, this is why everyone's so thin. So he spent time wandering around, and then eventually, with all the people, just went somewhere else where he could get some greasy meat on a stick.
It's a fucking top place, isn't it?
It has too many Michelin stars for his taste.
There you go. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh man, I had to cough. Easy enough. Yeah, yeah, that experience of here's your patisserie. What the fuck's a patisserie? I didn't. What does a patisserie taste like? Anyone know?
The only thing that was good there were the shrimp puffs, but he will never tell anyone that he enjoyed those. Ever.
Oh man, pull it out of you someday.
So let's do this. Are you simply going to meet with this dude just to square your debt, or do you honestly need something out of him?
To square the debt. I don't need a fucking low end guard coming after me because he knows his name. Or he knows my name and pulling shit later on down the line.
There you go. That's right. Chris has it right. They put lemon in their water and they have ice. All right. Yes, we can hand wave that part if the three of you want to. What if you guys want? However you guys want to carry on.
Yeah, hand waving that is fine. I just need to know how much I'm gonna have to freaking pay this guy.
We'll say it's well, just you know what? Because it's him and his two companions.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say it's a handful of coin is what they want.
All right,
and the understanding is that they'll keep quiet, but he also tells you, hey, he's heard some rumors here and there about a few things that have been happening related to this, and he can make sure that you get wind of any other events.
Yes, I will definitely take him up on that, and I will tell him where he could find me, or where he could leave a message for me at the
easy enough
at the something princess, whatever, I can't remember.
Sure.
Rumple Princess.
The Rumple Princess. Come on, you guys' franchise.
And then while Real Vane's there dealing with that, and we'll go to the Broken Anvil ahead of him, and they have these like a little crunchy, like kind of crunchy on the outside, really sweet pastry, like pops. But they only serve like a certain number per table, right? So I'm gonna make sure I eat all of them before he gets
there. Oh man. All right, so you two have gone on to the Broken Anvil ahead of him. He eventually showed up the Broken Anvil. At some point, there is one of the halflings from House Galanda, and she has the greater mark. It's up from her, like right beneath her eyes, and the mark runs down her face, down her neck. She's like in super millennial mode. It goes around and wraps down, and it comes down onto the top of her hands. So you can see like the mark is quite large for a greater mark. She comes to the three of you, the table with the three of you. And says, excuse, but you have been requested at one of the back rooms. If you please follow me, good sirs.
Immediately, Cass just was getting his drink and about to slam it, getting ready to get thrown out. And just, I'm just gonna give a big smile over to Vane and Ash, like, we've made it.
We have. Of course, lady.
We are rich.
we will follow you gladly.
This probably means we won't have to pay for our drinks.
Easy enough. You follow her. She takes you into a private room. It's definitely a private room. There is for the three of you. You realize each of you has a different realization. For you, Cass, there's a moment of arcane friction as you cross the threshold. There's a sense that you're not in the same space that you were on the other side of the threshold. And for you, Ash, you feel a spike in the psychic energy around you as you cross the threshold, and then it sort of levels out, but there's a soft, it's almost like a hiss that's inside of your head. You still feel your powers, but it takes effort to concentrate on like really fine tuning those things if you needed to do so. And for you, Vane, you are no stranger to this because of being an agent of the house. Is that yes, House Galanda, they may have a small tavern, but they also have the ability to create pocket spaces. And so that's really what you've done. You crossed over from you're not really in Eberron any longer. And you know that. You're sort of just in a pocket space.
Sure.
And
I made sure to wear my my house signet ring.
You get your goods on.
Yeah, I'm clearly identifying myself as much as possible.
All right. When you cross the space, there is the male that put the signet ring down to begin with, and he's standing in the corner, and he's just hands on his buckle. He has that. None of you are really combatants, but he has that stance of like, this dude's serious business. He's got some scars along his face and the neck that you really didn't notice before. He's got his sword belt on, and there's that vibe of this guy's probably seen some shit. And with that accent, good chances are that he definitely saw frontline action in Siri. At the table is a very tall human woman, and she is dressed in a dark blue cloak. It matches her eyes. She has raven black hair, and she has a small snifter in her hand. And she looks up as you come in, and the halfling from House Galanda bows to her. And as the halfling bows and moves out of the way, you can see the signet ring on her hand that bears the mark of House Cannith. And the matron of the tavern, the Broken Anvil, as she bows, "Your guests have arrived, my lady." And she takes a single step back and is no longer in the room with you. And the woman, she says, she looks at you, the three of you, raises the snifter. "Thank you for coming. Please, have a seat. Allow me to introduce myself, and we can get down to the business at hand."
Yeah, I'll sit down and I'll pour myself a drink from something.
Yeah, I'll take that seat.
Yeah, there's brandy and stronger liqueurs that, with fruity flavors. There's some stronger whiskeys from like Eldine Reach whiskeys. There's Carnathian vodkas. Anything you can think of is actually on the small serving tray on the table.
Make a very deliberate choice of grabbing a type of wine that could originate from the region wherever House Vane kind of is from in Outdoor.
Okay. Yes, and her accent is 100% Andarian and very well stocked Andarian.
Okay.
Vodka. Reaching for the vodka.
Carnasty vodka. Makes the zombies rise. Easy enough. Monsieurs, as you are well aware, there was some business that I had with quite an acquaintance of yours. However, it was with a Bonheur Gadem. We were to meet last night, but unfortunately, he's never appeared. And then we heard the terrible news that he was slain. My sources revealed to me that you may have something in your possession that technically belongs to me.
I would, before we get into all that, lady, I would like to introduce myself and my companions to you. I am, as you likely know, in the order in. This is my friend Kasimir and my acquaintance Ashen Vek. What is it that you are looking for?
Well,
in specific.
Men, no. Allow me to introduce myself as well. My name is Eledrin de Kenneth. What I seek, yes, Eledrin de Kenneth. And you know immediately who she is. She is pledged to House Kenneth in Onder. And however, she bears no dragon mark.
That was my next question.
That was going to be my next question. Wow, look at that.
She bears no visible dragon mark. I
kind of like her now.
I want the journal. More importantly, I just want access to said journal. And from there, I believe I have a proposition that is mutually beneficial to all of us. No?
Far be it from me to deny a lady such as yourself, Mr. Stikhanith, but
c'est très gauche.
How is it that we would know that your claim, though right, I am sure, is the correct one?
Because the watch informed me that there was an incident on the Sky Bridge in the upper areas of Sean, and that there was goods that were removed from the body. And was fitting your descriptions quite well. In fact, it was he was doing research on a pre-Galifar heirloom belonging to the House Kenneth.
Very interesting. Wait, we talked about this. You guys told me about this whole thing. All right. I believe that we've seen such a thing. I'll look to my companions.
Kasimir's just going to say, he's not very good at social situations. He's going to just take a big drink of vodka and just look over and say, what kind of medal was on the front?
On the journal? Oh, come now. You are an artificer. You are a master artificer. Sure, you know it was mithril.
He's just going to tap himself on the nose.
Leave a little too much vodka on the tip of that nose, too.
Just a little. And he's just going to kind of, after he says that, he just leans over to Ash and just whole room smells like wine.
Carnathy vodka to get into you.
And he's just going to take the vodka and wipe it across the bottom of his nose to get that wine smell out of here. Like,
yeah, sure.
That mustache.
Alcohol.
Exactly. That wine has gotten into all the wood. It smells like an old wine bar in here.
Yeah, my God. So, again, if you allow me to, I can show you how the journal works. I'm quite sure that you have gone to great lengths to understand it. And I'm sure at least one of you, Monsieur Dwarf, you are aware that it requires a key. May no?
I'll look to Ash.
I should make you do a French accent rhythm for the entirety of the game from now on.
I'm going to be honest. I've considered doing a French accent, but it's horribly.
Mine too, but you chose Andarian.
Well, it's horribly difficult to get across sometimes on stream. So it's like I'm gonna just
it's fine.
A little bit more.
It leaves the viewers guessing.
Yeah, but I'll practice a little bit more. It's been a little bit since I've done that. Ash, I believe that confirms it with I believe Kasimir confirms that this property is indeed hers. If you wouldn't mind turning it over to the very nice and I would say comely lady, and we would all be in a better spot because of it.
I would be happy to share if we have this journal and you have the key, and we would we could mutually benefit from the knowledge contained there within.
Ash, c'est très bon. You are Kaddish Tar, yes?
Oui.
Such an exotic, extravagant race.
Very well. I will.
Did you slide the journal to her?
Yeah, which I did not keep where Kasimir keeps his coins. I actually have it in my, my vest.
And keep it different. All right. When the journal comes across the table, she takes it, sets her drink down, says, voila. And she taps her signet ring to it, and the cover lights up. All of that mithril just starts to glow. And she opens it, and starting with the first page, she's like, very well, très bon. And every page is filled with writing, just writing after writing, notes, drawings, diagrams.
Is her signet ring of a new type or of an old pre-Galifaran design?
It actually is an old pre-Galifar design.
Oh my God, this is so
Ever
bad,
since
Rod.
she touched that thing and has been leaping through it, Kasimir's just sitting there kind of like flexing his left arm because it's probably just sitting there tingling. And he's
there's
just
an
like, kind of
oddity
like,
about it, yes.
It makes him feel like he's, touching an open wire.
She's looking down and she's like, Monsieur Dwarf, have you thought about having yourself examined by one of the houses? It can't be good for you.
No. He's just going to take another drink of vodka.
Très bon. She's going through the book. This is great news. Allow me. She opens. She has a small pouch, about yay big, little tiny pouch, little coins maybe. And she reaches into it and extracts a long map, probably a good 12 inches in width, and puts it on the table. And it's really old drawing. Like this thing has seen better days. You see, the professor was correct. He found the location of a very old place. It is an old foundry from House Kenneth. And you, my loves, have rescued that information from whoever had nefarious purposes and intents against the professor. See, this is Dorashan Tower, and this is perfect. All of his notes. So now, she closes the book up, folds the map. I would have an ask. You have shown me yours. I have shown you mine, as they like to say, amongst the series. How would you like to be employed? As I understand it, it can be rough for those in your situations, regardless of connections. Also, house to house, there's little favors that we might do for one another. The might of House Kenneth is well known. And the compensation would be in coins, whatever valuables or time you might have or desire. All I need you to do is to take this information and enter the foundry and recover the heirloom for us. That's it. Simple.
Look at the two on either side of me.
Well,
Mistress Kenneth, would you give us a moment of time to speak with each other about this offer?
By all means. The amount of coin stands at, let's say, a bag each. With more to follow, provided you can accomplish this.
But a moment, I beg your indulgence.
No, please. We can pretend like I'm not in the same room sitting mere feet from you at the table.
Of course. Lean into my companions and start whispering, and it's going to be way too loud. I don't see any reason currently why we don't accept this, since lifestyle is expensive. And aside from that, we could gather more information for our own use. Perhaps even see this journal that you have such interest in, Ash.
A bag of coins sounds pretty reasonable to me.
I'd go to the forge for free, but don't tell her.
I don't see any reason that our companion Axiom would not be willing to go to this as well. Who knows what kind of past history he could find in a place such as that, and wherever we go, he is.
When you mention that, I'll burn fear on this. When you mention that little facto, I'm gonna let you keep going, but I'm gonna interrupt a little bit. When you mention that, she turns to her bodyguard. Fetchez l'homme de guerre. And he looks down, nods at her, and takes a step forward. And just as he crosses the table, he vanishes from sight.
Sure.
And since you're Ondarian and you may not know French, she told him to grab the Warforged.
Sure. Yeah, I don't speak the language. Just
go ahead.
Trying to practice the bad English accent. He is bound to want to stick close to us, I'm sure, since that is what he's been doing these last years. And I don't see any reason yet if we could speak with the beautiful lady across the table from us, and give her perhaps permission to speak with the professor about this.
Yeah, I would prefer that we keep this between ourselves.
Oh, glance in her direction. Oh, apologies. I was not aware that you were able to hear us.
I'm right here. This is literally a tiny room.
Sometimes I don't know how loudly I'm speaking in front of beautiful women. It is a thing. Gentlemen, if you are in agreement.
Yes.
I believe, lady, we are willing, and not only that, but very much happy to accept your request.
Très magnifique. Let me tell you, this relic I want you to seek is a plate. It is constructed of adamantium. It will look like a 7-pointed star of sorts. You cannot miss it. It was be used by Kenneth artificers from that days of the pre-Galifar when they were creating some of the initial artifacts and relics. That's it. It's that simple. And I will tell you that this map I will give you, it will show you the exact location of the tower and how to get into this. You are looking for an ultimate entrance, and you're going to have to look for what they call the E213 valve cluster. From there, it is very easy going. When she mentions a valve cluster, I don't think Vane would have any idea of what she means. But the other two of you have that moment where you know exactly what she's talking about. And it's almost as if she picks up on that moment of realization from the two of you. Oh, that is right. You're going to have to enter the sewers of Shran and go much deeper, 57 levels deeper. I'm sorry. And with that, we will stop.
Wait, you said 2 bags of coins, right?
What could possibly bad happen in the sewers of Sharn?
I don't want to go anymore.
Levels down. Come on.
Don't wear your nice pajamas. You'll be fine.
That's right. It's not like there's rancid beetles coming out of the sewers last time you guys were there. Awesome. Well.
This sounds both awesome and horrifying. Just right up our alley. Hey.
Exactly. Just right up your alley.
Hey, I'm totally fine as Kaz. He has low light living. He's fine.
Low light living.
Low light living. Awesome.
God,
so yes. No, it's not gonna suck. It's gonna be fun and adventurous. It's gonna be fun and adventurous.
Maybe they're all like maybe it's just a bunch of subway tunnels under there, so my railroad training can come in handy. Nope.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be interestingly rough, but it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. I'm gonna minimize this. Thank you for everyone who's watching. It was fluctuating and awesome on the viewer count. It was dope to see people coming in here and interacting. It was awesome. Thank you guys again for the game. See, we only had to have one small fight that almost got to see death moves. We were so close. So close, man.
So
one
glad
more
I
strike away.
So
yes, I'm so happy you managed to help out your buddy. Oh, it's great.
Yep. Totally.
I don't remember. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember that part.
The three of you make me sick. It's gross. It's gross. You're helping.
This is by far the best rivalry like relationship with a PC that I've had in a long time. I love it.
Fantastic. But yeah, thank you guys again. It was awesome. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. It was legit. Let's see. We'll close out with we'll go reverse order. We'll go reverse cowgirl. Send Dragon.
I'm so glad you called on him first.
Wait a minute. Am I no? Yeah.
I don't think that's what reverse cowgirl is.
Like in the game, getting a little more comfortable with Daggerheart. Just have to remember like all the things I have, because I maybe could have avoided some of that serious damage I took. But yeah, live and learn. And
yes.
Just catch me on Start Playing, and next week when we resume this and craziness, hopefully with the full 4 players.
Oh yeah, I really hope for 4 full players for what comes next. Exploration is a little bit different in Daggerheart. Yes, I would like to have all 4 of you present. Rhythm.
Yeah, I'm excited for next week as well. Anybody that cares, you can follow me on X and Start Playing. If you'd want to jump in and play games with me, I host a bunch of things over there. It'd be tons of fun to see you all. Also, I would like to plug, if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, come back to Moonskull and join us for Masks of Nyarlathotep. I got it, I think.
No.
Close. It was closer than Manai.
You had syllables. That's true.
And have tons of fun with Moss. He does a great job over there. And keep an eye out always for how you could support Legend Seeker, as we're really on a push. I know Rudai is really on a push for getting that over the finish line. And I know Scott's got a bunch of projects he's going to plug a little bit too, I'm sure, as I pass it instead of to him over to the old wizard himself.
There you go.
Hello. You can find me on Moonskull most nights. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm doing writing for the lore of the world for Legend Seeker. And the other nights, I am in games, except for Wednesdays, which are free and clear for me right now. Kind of nice. Where normally I'm just playing games on my channels, running around like an idiot, breaking things, because I love breaking games. I'm good at it. And I'm going to throw it right at Scott, see if he can dodge it or catch it.
No, I'm not making that roll. We're reverse cowgirling it.
I would never ride backwards on a horse. Wait, that's what it means, right?
Oh, no. Oh, my God. No. Okay, wait, what is that? What is Chris saying? You don't need to. I don't need to. Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, again, it's been awesome. I really do. I love Eberron, and Daggerheart is right up my alley. And yeah, like was said earlier, is that we're still getting into the loop of play function, and so not everything is going to be a vanilla boring ass thing. It just takes a little time to balance out in my head of pulling environment and stuff into like that. And then asking the players more and more questions because Savage Worlds beat that out of me for a little while. It just is what it is. And what do I have? I am working on a project. It is a book of campaign frames for Daggerheart. We'll be putting that on Kickstarter here pretty soon, but it's right now it's 13 frames with a possible expansion to 15 or more based on the funding and whatnot. And they cover all genres possible. And so a campaign frame is essentially about 20 pages to give you enough information of how you can take Daggerheart, for instance, and make it into using all the character classes, nothing new, but how do you mold all of this information into, say, using it in my setting of Neon Blood, which is all full cyberpunk? And how does that translate over? And that's really what they're designed to do. And so, yeah, I'm working on that as a pretty massive project. I think it might be close to 400 pages when I get done with it, unfortunately. It's a lot of writing. But yes, that's what I'm busying myself with. I am gone full-fledged. I am a Daggerheart defender, as it can be seen in the tabletop chatter inside of the Moonskull server. And yes, also get Arudai to his reverse cowgirl 69, whatever the hell he's doing with that. Join, support. It's going to be well worth your time. If there's any inner value to what we do here, time, talent, treasure. I will steal that from No Agenda. But yes, I fully believe in it, and I think that is everything. Until next week, we out.
Thanks, guys.
Adios.